Okay, this video is talking about my relationship with my ex-wife. Oh my god, this is hardcore. I saw this other kid do that. What's his name? Dimitri or something like that. And he does it one, and I'm like, all right, well, if he does it, I'll do it too, man. Because, but, whew, now, I had a pretty intense relationship. I had a relationship with a Chilean girl from the ghetto. You know, I'm from Boulder, Colorado. Uh, Pretty different backgrounds, I would say. I learned a lot about myself, that's for sure. It's 5 years long. Um, Now, first of all, Chile and America is different places. They have different conflicting philosophies. Chile is kind of like, if you were to describe Chile, Chile is like the land of paradoxes. Any like extreme you say about anything, you could say that about both sides of the extreme about Chile. You name it, boom. I could go on for a minute telling you how it's the most extreme on both ends of it. So it's kind of a trippy place. Now, yeah, okay, my relationship. Now, I was thinking about doing this video a couple days ago, a couple days ago, because like a couple of months ago, some guy writes me and he's like, "Oh, dude, so sorry, dude, you got fucked over by the chicks." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Yeah, dude, your wife, man, leaving you, getting pregnant with another guy's baby and leaving you." And I was like, "Oh yeah," because I have that written on my YouTube channel. I don't know how to take it off. Like I try to edit it away, but I can't. Like that part down there, I don't know where I put it, how it got there. I can't take it away. So I know, and I tell people what happens like that, what happened, and they're all like, "Oh, how sad." And it's not sad that she left me because I kind of wanted her to leave me. Like I mean, I guess a lot of people, it's good for different backgrounded people to get together and get married. But it's difficult, and I definitely don't want to be doing that ever again. If I ever have a relationship again, it has to be with somebody who's boom as like-minded to me as freaking possible, man. So that there's as little drama as possible, and we can like bounce off of the positive and go all the way up, man. Because the bounce is positive, positive, and not like battles. So, but I mean, I'm glad, I guess, I had the relationship, even though I get $500 a month Texas oil royalties from my grandfather. He bought up all this land in Texas like 100 years ago and sold the land but kept the oil royalties, so then I get the money, which allowed me to travel around the world. I traveled for 2 years in Asia and Europe, and then I traveled for 2 years in South America, and then I was 5 years in 5 years in Chile. And I could have been that 5 years in Chile. I could have been 5 years traveling, dude, which would have been a much better trip for me. But what happened was, is I'm a very easily manipulated person. I'm like one of those people who like see a puppy dog on the porch and like would be like, and then would have to take care of the puppy dog. That's kind of how I was with my wife. Because like what happened was, I'd never been in a relationship with a girl before. I mean, I had a girlfriend for like a couple days in like Argentina, and I actually made a video a couple days ago where I said I've never had a female friend. Actually, that's not true. What I meant to say was I've never had a female friend who I like hang out with all the time and like, we're like friends because we're like friends, not like I didn't meet and met her through somebody else. But like, I don't know why. I guess I didn't see it as possible for me. So I get to Chile and I was like ready to have a girlfriend because I wanted to become perfect in Spanish. I wanted to be able to think, dream, everything in Spanish. And I was 28. I was like, okay, yeah. So then like my roommate's girlfriend brings this girl over, three girls, and the third one's who became my wife, and she's this girl, and she's like really cute. Like if you see a photo of her, she's like the cutest girl you've ever seen. I mean, really cute. And soft, and soft voice and everything and stuff. So like I was like, wow. But like I learned a lot about things about myself and relationship, because she was like, first of all, if I was wiser, I mean, like, you know, if I'd be in that situation now, I definitely would have ended it right at the beginning because, you know, she's kind of like, you know, like insulting me from the beginning, being like, oh, we're breaking up because you, like, whatever, didn't call me right away when you had an argument with your landlord or whatever. And I was like, okay, later. And then she's like, so what are you doing tonight? And I was like, anyways, and then I get together and we're together. And then, you know, oh, and then she's like, I don't want to like talk bad things about her, but she does this thing with me where she's like, oh, I told my family we're getting married while we're having dinner. And I'm like, you said that? And she goes, yeah, so you have to go in there and tell them right now because I told them. And I was like, what? And anyway, she like does the Jedi mind trick on me, and I go in there and I end up being like, oh yeah, she said we're getting married, or I said, yeah, so we're getting married. So why are we getting married? And the reason the logic I had at the time was because if I got married, I'd be able to get a license to drive this car that I just bought, and the car actually never worked. I never got to drive, but you know, but I kind of wanted to stay there in Chile for a long time, anyways, because I wanted to teach English. For myself, I didn't work for I want to work for an institute, and it just took forever to do that because it's really competitive down there, and you know they have the government gives you money if you're an institute, so it's kind of makes it kind of hard to be competitive that way. But anyways, so I was down there, and then then we get married, and I'm with her, and but you know it was just a very turbulent relationship because it was like she was with me out of desperation because her family was really poor, and like she was basically, I guess, got used to, and then her family went really downhill financially and everything after I got together with her because her father kind of started having problems, and so they kind of started needing me to like pay for all the bills and everything, and but I kind of, I don't know, I was kind of there, I guess, and I like totally revamped their house. You know, I went through like 50 bags, 100 bags, 100-pound bags of cement, filling up all the holes in their house, and rebuilt a new room, and 50 bags of painting the house, and kind of made it my little project. But like I don't know, there's just like a lot of, oh man, I'm gonna run out of time. There's a lot of turbulence because you know, she wanted me to pay more money, and she didn't understand that I didn't have as much money as she thought I had, and and so we'd fight about that, you know. So, and I kind of found out stuff about me, you know. I'm a very fearsome person when it comes to explaining things, you know. I will not explain something to somebody. If somebody wants to argue with me about something, I will go to the end of the world to explain it to them. You know, not angrily, but just I will explain something because I just love to explain and talk, you know. And you know, that's, you know, imagine going to bed every night and me lecturing somebody for 3 hours, you know. And you know, at the end of the day, she just felt like I was, you know, patronizing her, which I was. Um, but so I bring her to America, and you know, but her friend is like telling me, you know, what do you think about her like two-timing you? What do you think about that? And I'd be like, that'd be totally awesome. I don't care, whatever. And she's like, you know, she's always like, you're not my soulmate, you know, William is. And I'm like, oh yeah, cool, cool. Because like I wanted her to break up with me, but I couldn't break up with her because I feel like she'd like starve to death and stuff. And you know, I'd tried to break up with her a bunch of times, dozen times, and she'd be like, no, 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 don't go. And I'd be like, get on your knees and beg, and she'd do that. So I'd be like, all right, you know, but then she'd get pissed off at me for asking her to get on her knees and beg, you know. It's like, well, I mean, you want me to go or not, you know? And so, so anyways, when she finally left me, I was like, cool, you know, so like, you know, don't feel bad for me and stuff. But anyways, and now she won't talk to me, but I don't think that's because she holds a grudge. I don't think she's holding a grudge against me. That's just kind of like their culture. But you know, maybe she does because I was, you know, we did fight a lot. But what did I learn about myself? I learned that I'm an arguer. I will argue to the end of the world, but you know, I cannot get in a relationship where there's arguing, dude. No, no, no. I will argue with somebody who I don't have to see every day. I will argue with somebody on YouTube. But I'm not gonna fucking have a relationship where I'm arguing. I'm gonna have a relationship where there's where there's intelligent conversation, people patting each other on the back all the time. That's the kind of relationship I'm gonna have from now on. And I know the guy she's with now is they're totally having a great time, great guy, perfect. So at the end of the day, I wanted to, I wanted to go through that experience, man. That's what I wanted. So there you go.